And now, the Rogers High School alma mater.
I'll film just in case of the start. Yeah, I know.
right, this is Scott Davis with Rogers High School Television. And we're getting ready to live stream the ball game for you. We appreciate you guys tuning in to RHS TV. And we've got our stream team here ready to go. We're about 5 minutes and 10 seconds out from kickoff. We've got Joseph and
now, please direct your attention to midfield for the coin toss. Tonight's captain, the Little Rock Parkview, number 1, Marquell Acorn. Number 3, Gary Alman. Number 17, Leonard Elbike. Number 20, Keyshawn Carroll. Number 50, Brandon Okonkwo. And for your Rogers Mounties, number 15, Charlie Louise. Number 24, Casey Allred.
Number 11, Will Sims. And number 18, Timothy Howard. Parkview has won the toss. They have deferred. Rogers will receive.
We're just about ready to get started, a little under 3 minutes before kickoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, the team, coaches, cheerleaders, student body, administration, and fans of Rogers High School extend to each of you a big welcome. We are pleased that you can be here tonight as our guests. Rogers High School and Parkview High School are members of the Arkansas Activities Association and abide by the rules and regulations as set forth by the association to maintain and improve high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. Please enjoy tonight's contest. We're good. Everybody, please direct their attention to
Mounties are getting ready to come on the field.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here come the Mounties. Mason Ross leads the way. They are pumped for their first home game of the season. We are just about ready to get underway. I hope you all are all excited. Thank you for tuning in. Here we go. Kicker's teeing the ball up. Kobe Bailey, number 7. and Logan Watkins, number 5, are back to receive. Okay. And we are underway. Fair catch called for by the up-back Will Sims at about the 35-yard line. And that's where the Mountie offense will set up. We're going to get our first look at the offense coming up. Hunter Lloyd leading the way at quarterback. And Sammy Zamaron, the running back. And that big O-line. One of the biggest O-lines in the conference. Here we go, first play, operating from the 35. 3 wide. And it's a give up the middle to Zamaron. And he picks up about 3 yards to the 38-yard line.
Run by number 19, Sammy Zamaron. On the tackle, Keyshawn Carroll. He's kind of cut.
Already shifting running backs. Casey Allred enters the game.
Down and 7.
Okay, Casey.
Braden Gentry comes in motion. And they give it to Allred up the gut. And he'll get across the 40-yard line to about the 41, 42-yard line. They're going to give him the 42. And Zamaron coming back in at running back. Looks like the same formation as the previous play here on 3rd down and 3. And it's the give to Zamaron, and he is stuffed. Did he get there? It's very close, I think. He's about a yard shy of the first down. It's going to be 4th and about 1 yard to go. And they're going to stay on the field for 4th down and 1. Same formation. And Lloyd on the keeper. He's got some room. Hunter Lloyd inside the 40 and knocked down at about the 35-yard line. Big gainer by the quarterback. And a big play for the Mounties as they're now within striking distance inside the 35-yard line. Mark them at the 34. Gentry split out wide to the left. Excuse me, wide to the right. Ross and Sims on the other side. Looks like a little speed option play and nice gain on 1st down across the 30-yard line. "32-yard line, give him about 5 yards there. The 28, excuse me. They stuck to the ground game so far, and they'll do it again here with Sammy Zamaron. He's not going to get much. Maybe a yard or 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Mounties. Third and 2. They need the 24-yard line for a 1st down. They've been running the ball right up the middle so far, and they'll do it again, but he's wall out. Lloyd's able to fall on it back at the 35-yard line. Big strip there by number 21, Wesley Swin. And here we go, 4th down. Offense is staying out there. See if they try a pass play. They've yet to do it. And it looks like the Mounties are going to take a timeout here, talk things over a bit. They were moving the ball well until that happened. Fumble. Still 4th and manageable for the Mounties. So far, they've gashed it up the middle behind that strong O-line. They're coming out, though. 4th down and 9 to go from the 33-yard line. Lloyd in the gun. They go with the double reverse pass. Got a man open. It's caught. Touchdown, Mason Ross. The Mounties take the lead 6-0 on a double reverse pass trick play.
What an outstanding play here. The Mounties off last week because of that storm delay, and then they had a tough first week, and they just come out blazing.
They needed this play, definitely.
Coach Lloyd said before the game that this was a really tough team they're playing, so that was a sharp play by his son, Hunter.
Big play, and great catch by Mason Ross, and he just walks into the end zone. Great play drawn up.
Ross has proven a real leader this year. He's a good kid and a good player, and Hunter's been needing a play like that to kind of get this game started.
He needs to get going after a tough outing, and that's the way to start. Great start for the Mounties.
We want to take a minute to recognize we got Joe and Drew down on the field giving us some live stream action, and we got Leo and Aaron up in the press box, and then the RHS football team's the huddle team is here. But I have to say I'm really impressed with our help tonight up here in the broadcast booth.
I am as well.
And we're glad to have Grant up here tonight. We didn't know he was going to be able to make it tonight. He thought he was going to be out of town, and he's been a big help, a new member of our team, and a big help. So, all right.
Well, we're about to get kicked off again. Gary Allman back to receive, and it's a little squibber. And it's returned at about the 25, and he's got some room. Across the 45, and he's racked at about the 45-yard line. And that's where we will see this Parkview offense take the field.
Okay.
At their own 45-yard line.
Talk to me.
Parkview, their 3rd Little Rock team in a row that the Mounties are playing this season. Number 15, Landon Rogers, starts the game at quarterback. Number 3, Gary Allman Jr. is in the backfield. And they throw it on an out route, complete, and inside the 40. Big play to start off. Leonard Elbiki inside the 35-yard line. Excuse me, they're going to say stepped out back at the 41-yard line. That's a first down, though. So good start right now for the Parkview Patriots. And the give to Allman, and he's not going to get far. Swarmed by a couple defenders. Charlie Lurie in there. Casey Allred as well. 2nd and 10, and they're going to go a little hurry up here. Three wideouts. Allman is in the backfield. Rogers to throw. Hot slant, pass is caught at about the 33-yard line. Number 9, Demetrius Feemster with his first catch. Solid crowd so far for the Mounties right now. Going to be 3rd down and short, though, right now, as they line up in the I for the first time. Allman's in the backfield. He'll get the call. And he's hit, and I don't know if he got it. He's very close. Hit by Tim Howard. It looks like he's going to be short by a couple yards. And they're not hesitating to go for it right now. In the I, again. Quarterback sneak. Rogers is denied before he got far. I think he did pick up the first down, though. We'll see. No, he stopped him. They stopped him short of the first down. What a stand by this defense. Casey Allred stopped him about a yard shy. We'll see if they measure this.
This ball team, this Mountie ball team is doing something tonight. What do you think?
The defense, that's a huge stop for the defense who didn't get much stops.
I mean, this is what we didn't see in game one.
Exactly.
Going down, getting a quick strike, and then coming back and getting the tough play. And even if they end up, they're going to get that call, but that was still a tough defensive play there. They almost denied them on that.
Casey Allred nearly pushed him back.
I think that could have been spotted either way.
Really, though. So it's first down, fresh set of downs, and they line up in the I again. Allman is the tailback. He will, there's drop back to pass. Deep ball to the end zone. It is incomplete, but a flag. That's going to be pass interference, most likely on number 5, Logan Watkins, the cornerback. That's a killer right there. That'll be 15 yards, another automatic first down if the call is pass interference. Logan Watkins didn't really get his head around, though, which you must do as a corner. You must get your head around and see the football, or that'll be called 9 out of 10 times defensive pass interference.
Tell those field cams if they want to think.
Back in the I, the give is to Allman. He bounces it outside. He's got some room. Inside the 10, spins at about the 7-yard line. Very close to the first down. Mark him at the 8. Ball on the 8. They line up in the Wildcat here with Allman. He's going to keep it. All kinds of room. A flag is down as he's brought down at about the 3-yard line. So a little Wildcat formation. The Arkansas Razorbacks were the ones who actually invented that play, if you guys didn't know. Gus Malzahn worked with Darren McFadden, and they were the first team to really have success running the Wildcat. As that flag, there was a flag, I believe it was holding. It'll bring him back to the 15-yard line. And they finally line back up in the shotgun after going high for a while. 3 wide, and that's going to be offsides. Number 70, it looked like.
The Mounties have got to keep their composure here. They had almost had a stop, and then they had that unfortunate interference call.
Yeah.
They still could make him force him to settle for 3 here.
Can't let it affect him. Here's Allman. Stiff arms a man. Nice play by Allman, and he's brought down by multiple defenders. Not going to get much on the play. Got to about the 8-yard line.
Well, this is another one of those 3rd and shorts, and you almost have to think that Little Rock here would go ahead and try to run it, even if they didn't make it.
Settle for 3 if they don't make it.
Well, I don't know. I would expect them to go for it.
We will see how this play turns out. It's a fullback dive.
I went next door and
down at the 1-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 1. So you're right. I expect them to go for this one.
Well, the other kids up top will want some too, but you guys can. Grant hadn't had any, but next door and snagged him.
4th. Oh, they didn't get the first down. They pounded. I don't think he got in.
Send him out
Great
later.
stand by this defensive line. Valentino Camacho leading the way, number 70. They'll set back up at the 1, back in the I formation. And the give for a touchdown. Touchdown, Parkview. Right up the middle. They just pound it. That's the running back number 25, Josh Brooks.
You want to take him on?
His first carry of the game is a touchdown. So good job by Parkview, just pounding it on the ground. I formation, a lot of I formation we saw there. And on to kick the extra point is Jalen White. It got blocked, and it's not going to – it got blocked short.
You know, that could be a huge play right there.
The Mounties keep the lead here.
You know, you hate to see the Mounties give up that answer back score, but I didn't you see some bright spots there?
Oh, yeah. Great defensive line with a couple of big stands, quick defensive plays.
You're just a few inches there from having a really good stop at the midfield, and they I think Parkview thought it was going to be just a run over him and might get an easy.
No, it wasn't. They got an unfortunate pass interference call, which set them up.
And you explain what you were talking about earlier. It looked to me like he didn't make. If there was contact, it didn't seem like much.
It didn't. There wasn't much contact, but he didn't get his head around.
So if you're not looking at the ball and you're just raising your hands up, they call that as an interference.
Usually, and he made contact with the receiver as the ball was getting there.
So if he's going for the ball and looking at it, it's probably not that call.
Probably not pass interference if he's looking at the ball. Good coverage, but just got to get his head around. Mounties looking to get the ball back here. Jalen White to kick off. Kobe Bailey and Logan Watkins are the return men, as it's another short kick. And Will Sims nearly muffed it, but he fair catches it at, once again, the 35-yard line.
A lot of teams are trying that little pooch kick there to try to force a. I mean, you give up a little bit of yardage, but you make sure that you don't give up a big run, and you're kind of putting some pressure on the team not to fumble it.
Exactly. We almost saw it there. Well, that would have been costly for
because your kickoff team can almost get down there, so they get down there so fast. Coach Lloyd said that this Little Rock team was big and fast.
They sure are.
And
as Hunter Lloyd doesn't get much on that play, maybe a couple yards.
The Mounties kind of had a series of unfortunate cancellations. They had some other teams they were supposed to play these first 3 weeks that just kind of bailed on them, and it put them in a bind, and they ended up having to to schedule 3 Little Rock teams, all good teams in a row for the first 3 games of the season.
So this would be a big confidence booster. What's been a young season, but a kind of a rough start to the season for the Mounties. 3 wide. Hunter to throw on second down, and he overshoots his man. Braden Gentry, the intended target. Good coverage by Cameron Harris of Parkland. Yeah,
and you had 2 other defenders that were right there in case he would have made the catch. This defense is fast.
Very fast.
Their mascot. Patriots. Tell them to get the. Let's get fired up, guys. Have the field cam. We'll go to them after. This.
Third down and long. Pass
Oh,
is
nice
caught.
catch! Oh,
Hit
what
hard
a
right
play.
at the sticks. That is Matthew Watson with a tough catch. He's going to be right at the sticks. They might have to measure this.
Watson got nailed on that, and he really kept his composure. It looked like he was going to fumble the ball,
He did.
and not only did he regain possession, but he had the foresight to turn around and fight for the yardage. But they're not going to. It looked like he got a little further than that, but I guess that's as far as the.
They're a yard shy.
They're going to go for this on 4th and 1. A tough call here. And Hunter Lloyd is going to go through it. And he looks like he got a little boost from his running back, didn't it?
He sure did.
Shove from behind.
Give him about an extra 2 yards.
Was that, who was that?
I believe that was Casey Allred back in the backfield.
You know, Casey Allred, we talked to him at the beginning of the year, and he's one of the leaders of this team. A real tough player, and the kids look up to him.
Senior. One of the seniors on the starting lineup. He'll get the call here as he picks up a couple yards, gets across midfield. Solid run on first down.
We were talking about confidence. Just Coach Lloyd having the confidence in his team to go for that on 4th and short, and really
paid off.
It's the kind of field position where you're taking a big gamble to do that, especially against this talented Little Rock team.
And it paid off. Here they are across the 50-yard line. Casey Allred again.
Ooh,
this
not
time,
going to be anything that time.
Not much going. Maybe a yard. And it's going to bring up 3rd and medium, about 3rd and 5, I would say. Sammy Zamaron coming in for Allred at running back.
Zamaron is a tough running back, too.
Very quick. Very quick speed back. As 3 wide again, Gentry on the far side. And they will run it with Lloyd. He's going to weave his way. Looks like he's going to be about a couple yards shy there.
Yeah.
May have got to the 45-yard line. And we'll see if the Mounties decide to go for it again. So far, they are perfect on 4th down conversions. 2 for 2. And it doesn't look like it.
It's a good solid 2 or almost 3 yards there.
Yeah, they're not going for it. It doesn't look like.
Well, they've been doing these field goal kicks instead of punts. I don't know. They were doing that the first game of the season. They can't make the field goal, but they can kick it. Well, he might make it.
They kick it out of the
I guess the theory is they can kick it further than they can punt it.
Most likely.
And
well, that was a touchback. So,
and you know,
it's down at the 20-yard line.
Tell them to quit doing that on you. Okay, this guy doesn't have a mic, so if you're on him, you're
1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Operating from the 20. First and 10 from the 20 for the Patriots. It's a give.
A nice hit, but he got loose from him.
Down the side. Look at the speed on this guy. He's going to get the first down. Gary Allman across the 30.
Coach Lloyd talked about that after that Joe T. Robinson loss, that they've got to get those, when they get those hits early on the defense, they've got to wrap up and score. We saw the same thing against Russellville. Missed tackles, or because they had him right at the line of scrimmage, but that Parkview running backs got a lot of power and a lot of speed.
They throw, deep ball, got a man, and it is incomplete.
Oh, it almost looked like he had it picked off there, but just couldn't quite get to it.
A little far in front of him. Logan Watkins in coverage there. Nice coverage from him. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. He did not get the first down there. Stepped out about a yard shy. So 3rd down and manageable right now for Parkland. 3rd and 1 in the eye. Allman is in the backfield, I believe. He'll get the call, and he's got a big hole. Gary Allman might be gone.
Uh-oh, yeah.
Inside the 30.
He looked like he got clipped there. Number 9 looked like he clipped the defender.
In for the touchdown. What a play. That's a 61-yard run for a touchdown.
Okay, what's this?
Gary Allman, who's been very impressive so far. And that's a killer for the Mounties. Now down 12-7. We'll see if they go for 2 here to try to make it 14-7. Matthew Watson is getting checked. He got hit pretty hard. He's getting checked out in his leg, it looks like, over here. Jalen White to attempt the extra point. This time, it is good. 13-7 with 40 seconds to go. The Patriots lead the Mounties by 6. As we're going to get a chance to see this offense go at it again and try to get some more points up. That was a tremendous run by Allman. Taking
pulls it off and puts it back on.
Taking it 61 yards for 6.
All right. Sorry about that scoreboard. We just noticed we didn't have the score up. We just updated it. And you hate to see the Mounties fall behind, but that we still think that missed extra point could end up being big.
If they score here, it won't even matter. You're right. Interesting, Parkland didn't decide to go for 2 there. I guess there's not really a need here in the first quarter. Jalen White ready to tee it up as we're ending.
You gotta tell those guys to quit moving unless you're.
We're getting ready to end the first quarter with 40 seconds left.
We'll see if they try that little pooch kick again. That little. I think they're expecting it, aren't they?
Most likely.
Here we go, a little deeper.
Will Sims will fair catch it about 10 yards deeper than usual. A flag is down back at the 50-yard line.
What do we have there, offsides?
That's what I'm thinking. Refs are talking it over. Ready for the call. And it looks like they're just going to pick up the flag. They waved it off. So I guess they'll re-kick.
Huh? No, the problem is it was really dark on the field earlier, but now it's looking better.
Re-kick, I guess. Jalen White will boot it. And it's another squib, or little pooch kick, I should say.
Down there if you want
fair caught at the 30 by Zach Pilstrom.
That's doing good. Sorry if we sound a little bossy. I bet he wasn't supposed to be.
That's Sammy Zamaron with the fair catch.
Alex, do you know him? I think he's better than me. Hey, I don't care, right? All right, appreciate you coming up.
Well, the offense will come back out of the 30-yard line. They need the 40 for a first down.
It'll be interesting to see if we'll try to pass here or it's just going to be more run.
Only 40 seconds to go in the first. It's a direct handoff to Zamaron. He got stuffed at the line. He got absolutely stuffed. Number 30 and on the tackle, Chandler McIntosh. Just stuffs him for for no gain, actually.
Well, this Parkview, the Patriot defense is waiting for that play.
Oh, yeah.
And with this offense, you've only got one running back to pick from. So
Matthew Watson has come back in the game. We saw him getting checked out after that big hit. He lines up at the tight end. Pistol set. And a flag is down. And it looks like it's going to be false start on Rogers. So that'll back him up 5. 2nd and 15 coming up. back at the 25-yard line.
That's not a play they can afford to make there.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Parkview leads at 13-7 after a Gary Allman 61-yard touchdown. And we'll get ready for more action coming up.
Tell them to go out. Tell them you're going to take a break.
All right, we'll take a quick break here on RHS TV. We'll be back for the second quarter.
This is Scott Davis.
This is Alex Kern.
All right, we are back. This is Scott Davis.
And this is Alex Kern. We're ready to start the second quarter. Pistol set. They go play action. Hunter to throw. And he completes it to Mason Ross. And that's a solid pickup.
Oh, that's a thread the needle there. He had 3 defenders right on Ross, and he just nailed that pass. And
that was a fire.
with the defenders were ready for him. There was no gain there after the play, but he got a good solid 8 yards, or at least a long 7.
That'll put him back in manageable range for third down. 3rd and 3 from the 37-yard line. They need the 40. It'll be Sammy Zamaron gashing it up the middle. He's got the first down, and he continues to fight for extra yardage.
Zamaron's proven a tough runner. He's had a good game against Joe T late in the game when after the game had been settled, but they went to him a lot that game, and he's tough, fights for every yard.
Just like he did there, solid run. That'll set him up with a new set of downs on the 42-yard line. And Zamaron not going much far here. Stuff hit the line of scrimmage by multiple defenders. Johnny White was on the tackle there.
Lloyd's looking over to Coach Hahn for the call.
He did pick up a yard. It's a 2nd and 3 wide. Sims in the slot. And again the handoff, and again he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Give credit to Montravius Coynes in on the tackle there. He's the first man there. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 9-10 yards to go.
Go to Leo.
3rd and 9. Just drops the throw, and he completes it for a first down to Matthew Watson. Right at the sticks. It looks like he's going to pick it up. Very close, though. It's going to be close.
Yeah, that's a close call there. Watson again proven tough.
Tough catch there.
I mean, he looked like he made that with an inch to spare. If that, I wasn't sure he even made it, but he got the spot. But he
embraced the hit, made the catch. It's first down from the 44. And nice run by all of them.
You know, I'm surprised. They're getting a few runs here and there, but it seems like most of their success is coming on the pass.
Really. Hunter Lloyd It started off really well.
And he's, you know, he's having trouble hitting those long passes because they've got such fast backs, but those short patterns he's throwing with precision, and the receivers are catching them.
Second down and the handoff again to Ulrich. And it looked like his knee, he was able to fight, but his knee was down at about the 41-yard line.
If they didn't trip him up there, he might have had a little bit of running room.
Unfortunate his knee hit the ground. He was in the clear. They need the 38-yard line for a first down. And timeout, Rogers. That's their second timeout of the half. Might talk this third down play over a bit.
Are you good?
Well, so far this offense has moved the ball at a proficient rate. They need this drive to try to get some points up here in the second quarter. Here we go after the timeout. Third down and 4. And the give is to Casey Allred. And he is going to break a couple of tackles, but he's not going to pick it up. Again, that quick defense on display from Parkview. He may have not even got back to the line of scrimmage. And they're going to do that field goal kick thing again. I guess their goal is to kick it in the end zone to try to get a touchback.
Now, if it falls short,
he can return it, I guess. Never seen this before. Again, he kicks it into the end zone. That'll bring out Parkview, I believe. They're gonna. He kicked it out of bounds at the 3-yard line. That's really remarkable. I'm unaware that you can kick a field goal and it's kind of like a punt.
Well,
so Parkview's gonna set up at their own 3-yard line right now.
I think that's the benefit of the high school rules, because I know in pro and I think college, if you don't make it, doesn't it turn over
it's
at
just
the
turnover? You get the ball where you kicked it. But I guess the high school rule is different. Landon Rogers was lining up in the end zone, and oh my goodness, Allman might be. That's Rogers going down the sideline, down at the 35-yard line. Josh Brooks on the carry to the 37.
If Logan Watkins doesn't come off of his man and get that runner, that's another 7.
Yeah,
or at least another 6.
Great open field tackle there by Logan Watkins. Still a big gain nonetheless. First down from about the 34-yard line. And he overthrows everybody. Number 36, Aaron Outley was the intended target. Second and 10 from 34. And they give it to Brooks. And he is going to be wrapped up and drilled for a loss on the play. Will Sims comes flying in and makes a big-time tackle. big play. It's 3rd down and long now for Parkview. Mounties nearly jumped off sides again. They've only got 3 down linemen. They rush 4. Here comes pressure. Rogers hit as he throws, and it's incomplete, nearly picked off. Jordan McKibben nearly picked that off.
Big opportunity for the Mounties here to get a stop and get the ball back. They're almost, I can't imagine they wouldn't kick it here. But I don't see, well, yeah, they're going to drop back their kicker.
Yep, they're punting it away here.
With 6 minutes and 43 seconds left to play, we've got a Parkview 13, Rogers 7.
And they boot it away.
Nice kick.
Sims calls for the fair catch at about the 31-yard line.
Almost got a roughing the play there. The defender was able to leap over Will Sims. I don't think he meant to, but he almost caught him in the head with a knee, it looked like.
Fortunately, that did not happen.
That's the kind of play that Sims probably wasn't thinking of, that he should run it.
Starting from the 31-yard line. There's the give to Sammy Zamaron. And not much doing. Maybe a yard.
Alex, why do you think that they're running so much and not trying more passes?
They're trying to keep the defense guessing, is my say.
I think so.
And they're trying to test this O-line. This is a big O-line the Mounties have. R.J. Long, one of their linemen, said he thinks this is the biggest O-line in the conference. Wide open.
Oh, nice play. He had me fooled on that. We were just talking about that. We were watching the runner, and so was the defense.
Exactly.
I think those linebackers thought, well, another run.
They went play action there. They went play action, and Matthew Watson right down the middle picks up.
Watson has really been a winner tonight. He's made some big plays. That was one he didn't have to. Okay.
That's his 3rd catch. The give. Zamaron not going much. Not doing much there. They continue to give the ball off on 1st down.
Tell them there's guys in the way. They're going to have to just move them to get those guys out of the way. Those fans.
And we'll have a stoppage in play here.
Right there at the corner of the 25 is where I want him. I want him right at that corner at the 25. Right over there. Right on the blue. Other side of the coach. All right, well, we're back in action here. It's 2nd down and 7 on the 34.
3 wide. They give it to Zamaron again.
And Zamaron is going to pound for a few.
Gets across the 30-yard line. He's to about the 29-yard line.
You get the be off to the races.
He can break one. He has the ability to break one.
And like you said earlier, Alex, I think they're just trying to keep that defense honest because they keep looking for Lloyd to pass.
And they've been getting them on play action plays. Again, it's Zamaron, and
he'll fall forward for a first down to about the 29 or 30.
Mark him at the 24-yard line.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Fresh set of downs here as the Mounties are about to enter the red zone for, I believe, the first time today. 3 wide again. And they fake the...
He's got a wide open man, but he's running for...
Lloyd going to the end zone, and it's...
He's going to throw that one away. He had a wide open man for a minute, but he didn't have a chance to get it off. A little too much pressure.
Probably a smart play there to throw it away. Nobody open.
Left to play. A 2nd and 10 from about the 24.
Zamaron to the backfield again. They'll give it to him. A flag is down. He's not going to get much. We'll see what the flag's about.
You know, with the foot on that kicker, I wouldn't be surprised if he could make a field goal from here.
What, the ball spotted at where? The 23? So it's about a 38-yard field goal. Well, they're backing him up now, it looks like. And he's holding on the Mounties. That'll back him up about 10 yards. Back at the...
Just with the play you don't need on right here. You go from 2nd and 10 to 2nd and 20.
Out of field goal range now, I guess. It's about a 48-yard field goal from here. So 2nd and 20. They need the 14-yard line for a first down. Looked like a couple guys jumped off sides there for Parkview Patriots. I almost said Park. No, they're saying false start on the Mounties. Second and 25 now for Rogers.
Whenever the Mounties should have had been 10 away, they're looking at 25.
That time it definitely looked like Parkview jumped off sides.
Yeah, I think they're just now taunting Rogers, trying to get him to jump.
And it is an offsides call. That'll move it back on Parkview, so that'll move it back up to the 34-yard line. And now Rogers lining up in the pistol. We haven't seen that a lot. Sammy Zamaron in the backfield. And the Mounties now with some miscommunication at the line. They're going to use their final time out of the half with 3 minutes to go. 3.5 minutes to go.
The Mounties have managed to stay in this game against a tough Patriot team here. They've missed some opportunities and given up some big plays, but overall the Mounties have played pretty good ball tonight, Alex.
They have. And their offense is moving the ball, but penalties have been really the killer for them.
Yeah,
especially on this drive.
This is the kind of drive where we should be down in about the 10-yard line deciding whether to go for it or score or kick.
You're right.
Instead, we're
2nd and 20.
You know.
Yeah. second and very long right now. So.
And you got Parkview on that last play, just kind of taunting the Mounties, running up to the line, trying to get somebody to jump for a third penalty in a row. And
right.
They kind of have nothing to lose here so far. They're just playing that prevent defense.
Lloyd dropping back to throw, and it is caught inside the 15-yard line at the 14. Mason Ross, who's been big today.
Ross made a huge play there, and that's almost going to be a first down. That's almost Sammy Zamaron territory down there, isn't it?
It's very close. And, yeah, I expect them to try to gash it up the middle with Sammy Zamaron. Casey Allard's coming out of the game, so it looks like that's what they might do here with him in the backfield.
You know, Hunter Lloyd has come up really big tonight. He hasn't yet had a big game this year, but this has certainly been one so far for him.
Playing a lot better. And it's Zamaron.
Zamaron is going to, he's going to score. Touchdown. Yes. Nice play.
Sammy Zamaron.
We were just talking earlier about Zamaron needing to bust one, and just when it looked like the Mounties had backed themselves into a hole, they pulled it off with a strike by Hunter Lloyd, and then a good, Zamaron wasn't satisfied to just snake in there for a first down. He was looking to score.
Extremely shifty. He's able to bounce to the outside and get in the end zone. And the extra point is good, and the Mounties reclaim the lead. 14-13 here with 3 minutes, just under 3 to play.
Who's that down there, number? Braden Gentry is down there trying to get the crowd to fire up, get this SMOT section fired up.
Student section looks really good tonight.
Rogers 14, Parkview 13.
Mounties lead at 14-13. Hey. And another pooch kick. He got ball on the ground. Did the Mounties recover? Still no signal from the refs. The Mounties celebrate like they recovered the fumble. Rogers did recover. Rogers recovered the football. Enrique Argueta recovered the fumble at about the 37-yard line. So that will reset this offense to try to get some more points on the board and make it a wider margin before the break. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the game, in the first half. And they give it up the middle. Ball came out again. Valentino Camacho was able to fall on it. It's going to be a loss of a yard, I would say. Or give him a gain of 1. They ruled the runner down before he fumbled. From the 35-yard line, 2nd and 8. Sammy Zamaron in the backfield. He's had a workhorse of a game. Lloyd off his back foot, got a man. Will Sims inside the 10, 1st and goal coming up for the Mounties. That was a laser by Hunter Lloyd.
Alex, these Mounties did not come out here tonight to play ball. They came out here tonight to win.
And they're looking good right now doing that.
trouble there. They have turned everything around with that one strike around. And I think
that'll set them up. First and goal. Sands already not going far.
it way out over here on the wide side of the field. I'm one.
If they go fade to the end zone and get single coverage, they might just throw it up for him. That he's one heck of an athlete. And look, they have. We'll see.
He's just going to go for it. He's going to run for the end zone, and
this offense is exploding right now here in the final minute. They now lead it by 7.
You know, the pundits or whoever the experts are at the Democrat Gazette that call the games, they had us, the Mounties, picked to lose the ball game tonight, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. At least not
right now.
What we're seeing right now.
And the extra point is good. It's an 8-point game for Rogers with less than 2 minutes to go, a minute and a half to play.
I thought that when Blair did it, he just shot it on the screen and squeezed it down.
Well, Mounties coming out to kick again. Last time they recovered a fumble deep in their own, or deep in Parkview territory. That was proved to be a costly mistake for Parkview. And another pooch kick will be. He called for fair catch. Called for fair catch at the 38-yard line, number 17, Leonard Obecki. And Landon Rogers lining up in an empty backfield. No, Allman comes in at the last second as, again, the Mounties nearly jump off sides. It's been a problem for them in this game. They swing it out. Oh, big hit. Big hit by Tim Howard, just rocked. Tim Howard just rocked Josh Brooks for a loss on the play. Big time play there from Tim Howard. Came shooting up the gap. Second and long. Deep ball. This might be picked. Overthrown though. Logan Watkins nearly had a shot at it. And it's going to be third down and long for Parkview. This offense is struggling now to move the ball a bit. And they're backed up now, third and about 20. Or third and 16, I should say. Parkview struggling right now. Third and 16. Rogers looking to throw. Ball batted in the air and incomplete. So it's fourth down and 16. I don't know if they're going to go for this. I wouldn't expect
Alex, I thought we had a chance there. It looked like they were getting a little reckless, and that big Oski goes up in the air. You're liable to get a Mountie pull a loose ball like that down.
Yeah, I know. How big would that have been?
That would have been huge.
Two turnovers, two back-to-back turnovers. They're still going to get the ball back, it looks like, with pretty good field position.
There's nobody back here, is there?
No, I do not see anyone.
I think they're not really sure they're going to kick it.
And that's a pretty good punt. Gets a good bounce for Parkview. Inside the 30-yard line with 35 seconds. Do you expect?
Alex, I'm not sure I want to give Hunter Lloyd 35 seconds to play with.
They'll probably try to run a couple plays here.
Well, I'd run a couple plays or throw a couple.
Take some shots down the field. We'll see if Parkview Parkview comes out in their prevent defense. So from the 29-yard line is where the Mounties will set up shop.
I think you can expect to see 10 to 20-yard passes here. Some quick plays and try to stop the clock. Or no, I think you can.
They're kneeing it. They're going to run out the half.
Yeah, and maybe I should have expected that. Coach Lloyd is a good coach, and I don't think he wants to get one of his receivers hurt or his quarterback hurt. And, you know, if you would have asked Coach Lloyd if he'd go into halftime ahead 21-13, I bet he would have said yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
That's a great half for the Mounties. 21-13.
Look at that. Who's that down there right on the ground to fire?
That's Mason Ross.
Mason Ross is at it again.
A lot of passion for Mason Ross. And it's halftime here at RHS.
I want to see if we can get why don't you talk a little bit about the game, and I want to see if I can get us some of these Mountie alumni in here to talk about this game.
Okay. Well, so far, Mounties have looked pretty flawless on offense. Not much to complain. Make sure you change the score. 21-13. Hunter Lloyd looking sharp so far. He's got a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown.
Alex, this is Scott Davis with RHS TV, and this might be a little confusing to the viewers if we got Alex and Alex here, but Alex McClung is an alumni for the Rogers Mounties, great football player back in his day, which wasn't too long ago, and he's helping out with the broadcast team, or the announcing team, I'm sorry. And so we thought we'd ask him if he wanted to come in and talk about this game tonight. Alex, tell the other Alex, or first of all, tell a little bit about who you are and tell me what you think about this ball game.
Hey guys, I appreciate the opportunity and y'all having me on today. My name is Alex McClung and Rogers alumni. I got the opportunity to come up and help in the box, and I'm happy to be here. Watching the game tonight, you know, Northside came out, ran the ball pretty hard, and we saw the defense of the Mounties, Parkview. The Mounties start off a little having to get a punch in the face on defense. It looks like they kind of pulled themselves together and held them from scores and got some turnovers on special teams. The quarterback, Hunter Lloyd's been throwing the ball great. The receivers have all been making great catches, and everything's starting to click. You're starting to see the running game be a little more effective as those passes start to click. I think throughout the second half, you're going to continue to see the Mounties outscore Parkview, and I think this is going to be a pretty easy win for the Mounties here at halftime.
Yeah, well, were you on the playoff team?
So, yeah, when I was my senior year, we went 7-3 in the regular season. We had a really special group of guys and had a lot of fun. We were a tough shot at winning and kind of lost against Southside in the playoffs. We were out Southside and lost by a touchdown. Pretty rough loss, but it was a lot of fun, and it's fun to come back here and see some of the guys carry on the traditions that we used to have back in the day. And I still hear Smot down there doing their shout-outs. They sound great. The band's doing awesome. And it's really awesome to come back here and just see how great of a job everyone at RHS has been doing, and including the students and the staff. So it's been a special treat.
You expect the Mounties to go to the playoffs again this year?
You know, I think there's always that realistic chance. I know the season, the way it's been starting off, there's been some potential signs. You know, Hunter Lloyd still being a little young, he has a lot of potential to grow. And in the beginning of the season, it's hard to judge. But from what I've seen this game, their offense is going to be a threat, and they're going to be hard to beat.
No denying they look good so far. I noticed Max Harrell's in there.
So Max Harrell's doing the announcing for the game tonight. Max was our quarterback, and, man, was Max a great leader. Max was someone you could always look up to, and he always had a steady head on his shoulders, and he was a good leader not only on the field but off the field, and someone you could always look up to. We also have Zane Bush up here helping, spotting for Max. Zane Bush played defensive line with me. Zane's dad, Coach Bush, was our defensive line coach, and Zane's been a big part of the Mountie community and always stayed involved. Us three are all living back up here in Rogers and Bentonville, and happy to be a part and just be able to contribute and give back to the Mounties.
What position were you?
So I played defensive end when I was at Rogers, and played defensive end the whole time I was there under Coach Bush, and Zane actually played the other defensive end, and Max was the quarterback. So
wow. So what are you thinking about, like, the play calling a bit? Do you like the play? I mean, do you like how they're mixing it up?
So I really do. That's kind of what I've noticed it opened up. You know, at the start, I felt like the running game, they were struggling just to get 3 or 4 yards, you know, those bigger chunks that you really need to be effective. And as Hunter started connecting with his passes, you really saw the backfield open up. And it's been really neat to see those 5 and 6 yard carries as opposed to those consecutive 1 and 2 yards.
Right. So what do you think about the defense so far?
Man,
I mean,
I think the defense came out, and I think Parkview's running back, he was a big guy, and I think he was laying some wood, but I think the defense figured out how to stop him. You've seen some stops from Charlie Lurie and Han and some of those other guys out there have been doing a great job, and I really hope they keep it up, and I think they're going to keep hitting them in the mouth here in the second half.
Right. Thanks, man. I think I'm good.
Hey, yeah, no problem.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah. This is on live stream.
He's off his Tulsa, so he still has another year. He played football. He is. He transferred. Or do I need to talk about that?
With Alex McClung. And Alex, you were talking about some of your teammates you guys had back in. One of the players for that year that I loved to watch was
going through school, and he still is to this day. He's over at the University of Tulsa. He started off his college career actually jumping. If you remember, he was quite the track athlete too, and that kid can. The University of Tulsa, where he's still at, and he sat out and redshirted last year. And this year he's looking to get some playing time. He's still the little speedster that he was, and he's a lot stronger than he looks too. He's out there and he's put on some weight, and it's been really fun watching him grow as an athlete throughout college, and not just watching him grow academically, but also as an athlete further on into his career.
Yeah, I wish we had some clips to show of him. If you saw Workman, you would never believe that he could jump as far as he could.
And I still remember it was I think it was that conference our senior year, and he was about to triple jump, and I made a joke to him that we wouldn't be friends anymore if he didn't triple jump 48 feet, which just had never been done in the state of Arkansas. He went out there and triple jumped 49. So he was out there, and he was pretty astonishing. It was pretty neat to watch that, and special kind of athlete. And you know, there were a lot of guys back on that team who had some special athletes, and it was a good bunch of guys that I think about and miss, and many are still my friends today. And that's something that I don't want anyone ever to take for granted. The people you meet now are guys that are still going to be your friends 4 or 5 years down the road, maybe 10 or 15.
Now, I don't know if you were close friends with, speaking of jumpers, Jumpin' Jake Benninghoff.
Yes, sir.
How is he doing? Do you know?
So, to be honest, I don't really know. I remember him. He was in my little brother Landon's class. And I remember Jake, man, I remember when he was a freshman, I was a senior, and watching him high jump, it was like embarrassing us if we even attempted at it. That dude could fly, and I really remember watching him play basketball and football. Last I heard is he went down to Texas Tech, correct?
Yes.
And I think he's down there, and is he? I think is he doing playing football and jumping, or is he?
I don't know, but we need to get an update on him. I thought you might know.
I know he went down there, and I haven't really heard much from him since then. But I know he was a guy who had a lot of potential too, just with his jumping ability and natural athletic talent, and a bigger kid too. So,
well, we really appreciate you coming in here, and if anytime you want to come by, we'd love for you to visit, and maybe you can get us talk to your brother, maybe get us an update for next week.
I'll try to figure out what I can do, dig some dirt up on old Jake Benninghoff and come back. I appreciate y'all giving y'all out anytime I can.
Thanks, Alex, and we might even get Jumpin' Jake do a little phoner.
Hey, we might have to try that out. So
all right.
We'll figure it out on next week. I appreciate you guys. Go Mounties.
All right, thanks.
Thank you guys. Yeah, no problem. You guys did a great job.
scores from teams in our area. Bryant 7, Fayetteville 21, North Little Rock 27, Memphis Whitehaven 14, Rogers Heritage 0, Fort Smith Southside 38, Van Buren 14, Siloam Springs 21, Hinton 21, Cabot 14. Pine Bluff 6, Springdale Harbor 14. We would like provided by Los Altos Tortilleria and sponsored by PRMG Mortgage Company. Also, a special thanks to Johnny Carino for providing for the pregame meal tonight. And here come your Mounties, ready for a second half of football.
All right, we're back. About to get the second half going again. About to get the second half going again. The Mounties up 21-13 on the Parkview Patriots. So far, it has been a game for Hunter Lloyd. A passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown for him. He's been tearing it up so far. been able to make the short passes as well as we're in a bit of a read option as we've seen. That's how he scored his rushing touchdown.
Hearing him, yes.
As we are just under a minute.
Well, it's because you're.
Now Parkview coming to take the field.
See, I don't hear him. Because I don't have. What do I need to do to make it work? Is it another piece? A little gadget of some kind? What does it look like? Didn't you hear me? All right, this is Scott Davis with RHS TV, and we're back with 2 minutes and 46 seconds left in the halftime. We were good. Glad to have Alex McClung, one of the star players from the showing my age here, the 2013 Mounties football team. And we've got Max Harrell over there. The quarterback for that team is doing the day.
Well, so far it's Mounties have dominated the second quarter. Hunter Lloyd with a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown. Okay. Weird.
Hey, I don't see a signal from you.
Strong crowd, especially in that student section. It is filled up. You gotta love the spirit. The Mounties are showing. Mountie students are showing. I don't think mine. Mic check, mic check. Well, we're ready, just about ready to kick off. The Parkview Patriots will receive to start the second half. Marquell Alcorn back to receive, along with Demetrius Feemster. Sammy Zamaron will kick off for the Mounties as we are underway in second half football. This is another pooch kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 45-yard line.
That pooch kick seems to be the mighty popular.
It sure does.
I don't know that I would want to give this Parkview team the ball at the 45-yard line from what I've seen tonight. Head only by 8 points, but I guess they don't want to risk a kick, a run back.
So they'll start at the 45-yard line. They were hoping for a muff punt there, or a muff kick there, but it didn't happen. Landon Rogers coming back out of quarterback. And Gary Ullman is the running back. They try to throw a screen pass.
Wide open.
And he's going to down the sideline. Brought down inside the 40-yard line. Hit after the play. That's going to be a flag. That's going to draw a 15-yard penalty. Oh, my. Nathan Hahn.
Nate Hahn.
Hit him way after he was out of bounds. That's going to add 15 yards into the run, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't make that play. I mean, that's...
So not a good move there. The refs are still discussing it. Not a good way to start. Yeah, personal foul. Move them up 15 more yards, and at about that's going to put them at where, the 25-yard line?
And it's insult to injury. You give up a big play on defense like that and then just tack on another 15. And that kind of play tends to motivate the other team whenever you have the out-of-bounds play like that, again, especially on their side right by the bench.
Yeah, so good start for Parkview. They're at the 25-yard line after one play. Yeah, terrible start for this defense. Trying to keep the momentum here coming out of the second half, or coming out of the first half, but that's not a good way to start. The refs are discussing something. And now it looks like we're ready to go. One of the line judges is telling Coach Lloyd something. It looks like they're waving off the flag. They're going to bring back Parkview to the 40-yard line. I'm a bit confused. What?
I'm not sure. We'll check with our guys down on the field and see if we can find out what that call was.
They're bringing them back to where they fielded the kick at the 45-yard line.
This is a huge break for the Mounties because if that play stands as called, it puts them right on the verge of scoring. I mean,
puts them in,
you're going to have a hard time keeping that Parkview 25, especially after a big play like this. A
few coaches are not happy.
Appreciate your help. A great job tonight doing the live switcher. We thought Grant, he's been on our stream team all year, on tonight out of town, and instead was changing plans, and he was able to help us. So we really appreciate his help. And we've got Alex with announcing. We got Joe and on the field cam, and Aaron on the field, up on the deck, so on the film deck. So we appreciate our team tonight.
We do. So they brought it back to the 40-yard line. I guess they're waving off the flag. Gary Allman switches sides now to throw on first down. He's going deep. Got a man. It is dropped. That was a potential touchdown if he would have caught that football.
He had the man open. He just kind of hit him more in the head than in the hands.
Right, throw on first down. He's going deep. Leonard Elbecky was got a man. It is dropped.
Now let's check out the instant replay on that. Grant, thanks for that instant. Did that show? Grant's been working on the instant replay tonight, and that's one of those plays that's we didn't think to do it for the penalty.
Here's the toss pitch to Allman.
Oh.
Gets the edge of the flag down back at the 40-yard line as Allman picks up solid yardage.
I'm going to guess that Coach Lloyd probably argued that was unintentional contact, or maybe his momentum carried him into the player or something like that. But at some point, when you're that far off the sidelines, you've got to really be careful because the refs nowadays are really watching for that kind of a play. And if nothing else, if you get contact on the right there by the visitor bench, that tends to rile up the visiting team. And, you know, Coach Lloyd warned us today that this Parkview team is a formidable opponent. So,
So I guess that was a holding penalty. Brought him back to midfield. But yeah, Parkview's been very disciplined today besides his last few flags.
So you've got really a huge turnaround here. The Mounties went from being huge play. And is that a lineman?
It's picked off by Charlie Lurie, I believe. He is a defensive end.
Charlie Lurie, what a guy.
It looked like
let's watch that instant replay here. So you've got really a huge turnaround here. The Mounties went from huge play. And is that a lineman?
Picked off by
I'll tell you what, I feel like we're in high cotton tonight with Grant running this switcher. He's been doing a good job on this instant replay.
And so the offense will come back out on the field. We're getting Chris Francisco now, his first appearance in the game at running back.
Alex, we got a situation where it looks like the Mounties are about to give up their lead after huge mistakes. They call it back.
We got a throwback to Hunter Lloyd.
And now you got Hunter Lloyd on a huge play here.
And he's going to be close to the first down. Solid run. Chris Francisco, first appearance in the game, throws a pass to the quarterback.
You got a whole. Well, my point was we got a whole turnaround of it. Looked like that.
Right. They were looking to score, and all of a sudden,
Mounties are looking to pad the lead. Now we've got 2nd and 5 from the 42 instead of 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Patriots. Lloyd takes the snap, and once again, Zamaron. I think he's got a little confidence in him now that he's punched in that touchdown.
He's been a workhorse tonight. They've been giving him the ball up the middle over and over, and he's just kept pounding it. Got a good push from the O-line today.
You know, this could turn out to be just the win this Mountie ball team needed because they've got a tough schedule in this 7A West.
Right. 3rd and 1, Zamaron, first down. Solid pickup. And we've got some pushing and shoving, but doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Across the 35-yard line goes Zamaron. That'll move the chains. Maintaining a solid lead and looking to strike again as they've been steadily moving the ball. First down, Zamaron in the backfield, gets the call, lost the football, and it's recovered by the Mounties. Big number 61.
Let's take another look at that.
Big number 73. First down, Jack Gilbert Zamaron in the backfield. Center. Gets the call, lost the football, and it's recovered.
A loss of some downs there, but that was a huge
recovery.
A huge break for the Mounties.
By recovering that football, but now it's set them back. They're all the way back at the 40-yard line. They need the 24, so second and very long coming up. Pistol set, bootleg, and it's tipped and incomplete, nearly picked. You work on those tip drills in practice. That was textbook. It's going to be 3rd down and 16 for the Mounties as this drive is stalled after that fumble.
Well, Alex, we'll be back here for 2 weeks in a row. Next week, the Mounties will take on the Van Buren Pointers, and that's a game they can win. This Mounties team is going to really get their test on September 28th
Fayetteville.
when they play the Fayetteville Bulldogs, because the Bulldogs have got a really good team this year.
Here we go, 3rd down. It looks like they're trying to set up a screen, and a flag is down. That might be holding, to be honest, as they tried to set up the screen. It did not work out. We're gonna see what the penalty is, though.
And on October 5th, we'll be traveling to Bentonville West. A good team, but they're not probably as tough as they were last year. And then again on October 12th, we're back home against a much improved Springdale team. What do you know about this Springdale team?
Well, they beat Joe T. Robinson, a team that the Mounties got beat pretty bad by. So if that says anything, Springdale's going to be a challenge, big time.
Let's see if he can actually kick this field goal, and it's going to be more of a field punt.
It's returned. And that's Allman, who's been a very explosive
today. A
today.
missed tackle there, and
he's still running. He's going to get out of bounds about the 25-yard line.
You can see those Mounties kind of backing, big Nate Hahn over there backing off once he's getting out of bounds.
Yeah.
He seems a little gun shy. We're talking about Springdale. About a half a dozen of Harbor's best players quit the team and moved to Springdale.
And it showed.
And
they're 2-0.
And they've played some tough teams, and
from the 25, it is Landon Rogers at quarterback. They hand it off to Allman. He finds a seam and gets across the 30-yard line to the 31. Solid pickup. Allman with that 61-yard touchdown. How big was that? This game is still up for grabs. If the Patriots can go down and score here, we got a real ball game on our hands. As Allman, that's the backup running back. Josh Brooks diving ahead. That'll move the chains for a 1st down.
Yeah, the Mounties really missed a big opportunity by not taking that last possession in and scoring, because you don't want to give this tough Parkview team a chance to get back in this ball game, because they're one play away from being right back in it.
It's Josh Brooks again. Josh Brooks has the edge. Look at the speed.
Once he turns that corner, he picks up speed fast, doesn't he?
He sure does. He's going to have about 8 or 9 yards on that play. A flag is down, though, once again. Flags have been raining so far in the second half. It's going to come back holding on Parkview. So once again, we've just seen another drive that's kind of been killed off after a nice job moving the ball. That's Jonathan Campos in the backfield. He'll get the carry, and he'll bounce off tacklers. And he's still pushing forward. That's a solid pickup. May have got back to the original line of scrimmage. 33. They screen pass it out, and it's Demetrius Feemster who is going to be wrapped up for a short gain. 3rd down coming up.
Huge play right here for the Mounties.
Big stop.
Scoreboard says 3rd and 15, but it looks to me more like 3rd and 10. And a nice break for the Mounties there. It looked like Galen Finley was wide open, and he just couldn't get his handle on the ball. We want to take a minute here tonight to give some shout-outs. We got Joseph Mendiola and Andrew Albangby down on the field, doing a great job with the field cam. We got Leo Ballesteros and Aaron Chestnut up in the film deck. And we've got Alex Kern here with me. And Alex, I really appreciate your help tonight. You've done a great job for us.
Enjoyed it.
And it was a big treat getting another Alex McClung in here tonight.
Really low.
And a good kick.
And this will be fair caught at the 26-yard line by Will Sims.
He had a couple steps from the defender, but there were 2 guys closing in on him fast, and there wasn't really anywhere to go. That was a smart play there not to try to run that.
So we'll get to see this Mounties offense again.
What do you expect? They're huddling up over there on the side, giving a little pep talk to the team. What do you think the coach is telling these guys?
We'll see if they try something. They've been pretty conservative this second half so far. We'll see if they maybe try to test the defense, go deep a little bit, or maybe run a little bit of trickery like they started out the half with.
I think at some point they're saying, boys, this is it. We've got to do something here. We can't just keep 3 and down.
And they run with like a speed option play here. And that's not going very far at all. Hunter Lloyd tackled for no gain on the play.
Yeah, Hunter Lloyd's a great athlete. He's fast and he's tough, but that's putting a lot of risk to have your quarterback out there on that option play.
Right.
And I think the defense thought he was going to pitch, but they had that pitch covered. This is a fast defense.
This is. He did end up picking up a yard. And this is a give. I believe that's Sammy Zamarin.
I just hate seeing him 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 7. It's hard to convert that play. Puts a lot of pressure on your quarterback.
He's going to have to make a play here on 3rd.
Who we've got coming off the field here? We've got Jack
in the center.
Is he shaking up on that play, or?
It looked like his helmet got popped off.
Jack's a tough player. We talked to him earlier this season. This Mounties have got a lot of returning starters this year. I think Coach Lloyd said about 16 that have played last year.
The Patriots only going 1 high here on defense, and Hunter Lloyd's going to get sacked. Back inside the 20.
Huge sack there by
Thomas McCauley came shooting up the gap and just.
Well, there was a gap, and he never hesitated. He went right through it, and it looked like Hunter had a man that was going to be open, but
didn't have any time.
No time to get that play off, and you know, that's what you were talking about earlier. When they know they're going to pass it, that's why they're keeping them honest on that run. And Rogers may be the only team in the league that tries to convert an 90-yard field goal.
But I've never seen that before.
We'll have to ask Coach Lloyd about that, about the rule and how they're able to do it. But we talked about that earlier, and the way I understand it, the rule basically at the high school level counts it the same as a punt. So they can run it wherever it is. You have to run it back. And the pros years ago got rid of that because they.
Yeah. Well, look at this. They're lining up for.
I'm not sure why they moved that up. Was it offsides?
I'm not sure. As he just boots
Well.
it. That's a nice kick. He's going to roll. Allman's going to return this football. Gets to the 40.
He's got some blocking there.
And he gets into Rogers' territory across the 50-yard line.
You know, this is what Rogers wants to avoid, is giving these big, fast Parkview team the ball at midfield. And they started this half, about the 45-yard line, and we're back here at the 50. So we're playing everything on the wrong end of the field tonight.
It's been back and forth. Yeah.
But so far, the Mounties have managed to keep them out of the end zone.
Due to some penalties and this defense holding strong. Well, we'll see if Parkview can get anything going on this drive. The give.
Nice
Campos.
hit there. Still gets
smacked.
a little bit of, he gets hit hard there, about 2 yards out, but he still manages to, well, he's not, no, they're going to call him down right there.
Where he got hit. It's a gain of about 2 yards.
You were talking earlier about what a big line this Mountie football team has, but look at Parkview. Some of these, we don't have the weight on our roster here, but some of these guys are at 250, 300 range, and almost a tackle there.
And that's a first down for Campos. He's still fighting.
That was, if they would have, first defender there could have made that tackle, it would have been good for the Mounties, but once they turn that corner, it's tough to catch them.
It's a very costly missed tackle. How big that would have been, bringing up 3rd and long. Instead, it's first down and 10 inside a 35-yard line. Up the middle. And a solid run on first down. It's about a 9-yard, 10-yard gain for Jonathan Campos.
Who have we got down here? I can't see the number. Alex, do you tell?
I can't see the number either. We're about to find out. He's looking like he's in a lot of pain. Wow. Ooh, he looks like this looks like he could be serious. Unless it's just like a cramp.
Yeah, we're not. Sorry we don't have the number there for you. We couldn't see it from this angle. Well, that's a good sign. He's getting up, but on his own, well, not on his own, but he's able to.
Valentin Camacho, I believe.
Valentin Camacho, what a great competitor. We talked to him earlier this year, and he's a tough kid and a hard competitor, and it looks like he got his bell rung, and he's boogered up his knee a little bit.
Is he trying to walk it off here? Good to see that he's all right.
Hopefully it's just a cramp and maybe a hard hit and nothing serious. That's always a good sign, though, when they're able to walk on it.
So 2nd down and 1. He was a yard shy on that play.
You wonder here if they might just take a toss to the end zone with that 2nd one. Nothing to lose. Easy position to get a first down. You've got a couple back in split wide, and no, he's going to make a.
Did he get it? He did not.
That might have been a better call for him because it looks like he lost a yard on that play.
He did lose a yard. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 coming up. How big of a stop would this be for the Mounties?
This will be a huge stop here.
they can, and then stop them on 4th down. And Campos is now off at running back. Gary Allman is now in a running back.
And you don't expect him to kick a 40-yard field goal here. They'll go for it on 4th.
Fullback dive.
And he's going to get it, and he's...
Oh, man. All the way down to the 15. What a solid run for Thomas McCauley, number 2. They like to just power it in the I formation. I formation again. And the give is to Allman, and he's inside the 10. Knocked down right at about the 10-yard line.
It's going to take a turnover or something big here to stop this.
We got another Mountie down. Still can't get a number on that. He's trying to get up. Looks like a cramp.
Looks like we may be getting some cramping out there, but
yeah, they're trying to stretch him out a bit.
not sure if that's the same thing that was happening with Camacho. It's kind of hard to tell from up here, but we're going to pause just a second and take a quick break. This is Scott Davis with RHS TV.
And this is Alex Kern with RHS TV.
Number 3, Gary Allman on the carry. Number 11, Will Sims on the tackle. That'll set up a 1st and goal.
I formation, the give up the middle, down at the 1-yard line.
Number 2, Thomas McCauley on the carry. Stopped short of the goal line by a whole host of Mounties.
And they sneak it in for a touchdown. It looked like Rogers got in, quarterback. This is now a 2-point game. We'll see if Parkview tries to go for 2 on this play. Try to tie the game. Nope, they're going to go for the extra point. They are going to go for the extra point. Jalen White. Or Jalen Thomas Miller. A little questionable why they would not try to tie this game. It's still early, though. Kick is perfect. It's 21-20. Mounties still lead it by 1, but that could change in a heartbeat now. As we've got 1 minute to go before the 4th quarter of football. So the Mounties will get it back. Parkview getting ready to kick off. Logan Watkins and Kobe Bailey are back to receive.
Once the game's over, you're supposed to interview Coach Floyd. Once this game's over, you interview Coach Floyd. Yeah, and he said to get her done.
Well, we expect another pooch kick here.
Camera 1, get ready. Camera 1, you're live.
From Jalen White, the kicker. And he tried to onside it there. That did not work out.
Now, isn't that a penalty if it doesn't go the full 10 yards?
It is a penalty. I believe.
What happened to the good old days when the kickers actually kicked it?
White, the kicker.
Is that like out of style now or what, Alex? What's up with that?
I guess in high school, I guess. And he tried to gamble with them. That did not work out. Or muffin the kick or trying to get an onside. So the Mounties will have really good field position starting in Parkview territory.
We got a big crowd, a SMOT crowd there. We had on the camera there for a minute. Looks like we got a good turnout for these Mounties. And SMOT is Senior Mountie Attack Team.
Four wide on this play for the Mounties. And whistles before the play. Delay a game on the offense. That's just a mistake you can't afford at this point. They need a drive now.
Mounties have clinged most of the third quarter to an 8-point lead, which is now down to a 1-point lead, and you cannot afford penalties at this point. First and 10's hard enough against this tough defense, but first and 15 is asking for trouble.
And Zamora nearly got through as we got pushing and shoving after the play.
Well, they're the Patriots are saying they think they recovered it, but it looks like Zamoron still got the ball.
There was some extracurricular stuff after the play there. That's going to – no flags, though. That's going to get them back to the original line of scrimmage.
We got a replay on that. Let's see what – it may be too late for that replay. Oh.
There was some extracurricular. So, second and about 9.
Thanks for trying that, Grant. All right.
Lloyd to throw and another whistle. I don't see a flag, though. Do you see? No, there is a flag on the far side. And, again, it's the delay of game penalty. So that 5-yard gain pretty much means nothing, as it'll back them up by more. Bring up second and 14.
Those kind of plays drive a coach crazy. You cannot afford those kind of mental mistakes and win a game against a tough team like this.
And that's 2 times in the last 3 plays. And now Hunter Lloyd again is walking towards the sideline.
I'm not sure what Lloyd's doing. He's going to have to call a timeout or something here. He can't just.
Looks like some confusion.
Oh, is it the end of the quarter?
No, yeah, you're right. End of the quarter. Into the quarter. We're going to go to the fourth quarter. It's a close game. It's anyone's game right now. 21-20, Mounties lead it.
Well, the Mounties had the momentum coming into this third quarter, but I think you have to clearly say the momentum has shifted here toward Parkview. Not only have the Mounties sustained a couple injuries, but you kind of get the feeling that they're starting to wear down against this big and really lightning fast Parkview team. And the Mounties are going to have to get a break like they did in the first half, a quick score, something. You had the Zamaron score, and then you had Hunter Lloyd.
Yeah, a touchdown drive here would be huge.
But you can't go 3 and out and give this Patriot the ball in the middle of the field.
No, you can't.
It's just...
Well, 2nd and 14. Here's Hunter Lloyd to throw. Got a man downfield. It is incomplete. Mason Ross was downfield. The ball was a bit underthrown. Ross was in the clear if the ball was just thrown a little bit farther. It's going to be 3rd down and 14.
All right, Alex, I'm going to leave it with you for a minute. I'm going to help out with the live switch team here.
Okay.
And I'll be back in a few minutes to help you with the
third down. Lloyd going up top, and he just underthrows Mason Ross. 4th and 14 coming up. We'll see if the Mounties decide to punt here. Or do that field goal kick thing, I should say. And he boots it. That's going to be a nice kick. It's going to drop inside the 5. Allman's going to try to return it. Gets across the 15, and he is brought down by his face mask at about the 20-yard line. That's a surefire face mask there, man. He literally took his whole helmet off at the 19-yard line. Wow. You can say the game's getting a bit chippy. Allman is over there. He's not happy at all.
Personal foul, face mask on the kicking team.
So we get the face mask call. Instead of starting from inside their 20, instead of Parkview from starting inside their own 20, they're starting at the 34-yard line, their own 34. Pistol set, or excuse me, that's I formation. I believe that's Campos in the backfield. He'll get the call. And he'll bowl ahead near the 40-yard line, marking with the 38. Line up in the I again on 2nd down and 6. Campos in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He's across the 40. 1st down and more. Into Mounties territory at the 45-yard line. Jonathan Campos downhill running. That's a big pickup of about 15 yards. Parkview on the move now. As they'll come out of the eye again with Campos in the backfield. Campos again up the gut. Stuffed for about 3 yards. Again in the eye for 2nd and 7. And now it's a toss sweep. Campos with all kinds of room. First down at the 30-yard line. The Patriots are moving the ball right now, downhill running. At about the 29 is where they'll spot the ball. Campos is again in the backfield. He's got the past 4 carries in the eye once again. This time across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of about Casey Allred in on the stop. That was Thomas McCauley with the carry. Big fullback. In the eye, it's the give to Campos. Inside the 15, brought down at the 10-yard line. That's going to bring up 1st and goal for Parkview. And they're on the verge of taking the lead here for the first time in the second half, with 9 minutes to play here in the football game. They're just running it up the middle every time out of the I formation. And again, they tried McCauley. He spins off a couple tackles. He's still not done. He's inside the 5, down at about the 2. Mark him at the 3. He was met by multiple blue jerseys, but just bounced right off. Mounties struggling right now to tackle. The give. And Campos is going to push. They're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line. Parkview thinks he got in. Refs are saying he's short. Inside, right at the 1-inch line. We'll see if Parkview just lines up on 3rd and goal and just runs it again. Just runs it right at him. That's been working. And touchdown, Parkview. Grayson Rogers with his 2nd QB sneak of the game. And the struggle on defense continues as the Patriots reclaim the lead 26-21. We'll see if they decide to go for 2 here. Jalen White's out. The kicker is out on the field, so it looks like they're going to attempt another extra point. He's been flawless kicking extra points besides the block, which is really the only reason the Mounties have had the lead. Not right now, though. Kick is up, and it's perfect. It's a 6-point game. Still a lot of time, 7:42 to play, but the momentum is not on the Mounties side right now. They need a big drive right now. Both teams, you can tell, are so hungry, just fighting. Both teams searching for their first win of the season. It's a young season, but the Mounties had a very discouraging loss. And the Parkview Patriots lost 21-20 last week to Marion High School. And then they lost by 20 points to Springdale. So this win would really boost their confidence. The Mounties still looking for their first points of the half. They haven't scored since the end of the first half. Jalen White will get ready for likely a pooch kick. And it's going to be caught at about the 27. Or they're going to bring him up to the 30-yard line. Looks like they're saying re-kick. We want to give a shout out to the RHS band right now. They've been doing a great job tonight, continuously playing our fight song as they are right now. And of course, that great halftime show we saw out of them. So huge shout out to the band. Well, we'll get ready for a re-kick, I guess. This one's a little farther. It will be returned for the first time today. It's Logan Watkins getting to the 35-yard line. So that's where Hunter Lloyd and this offense will try to reclaim the lead, down 27-21.
Alex, this is a big play here for the Mounties. I mean, they really, this is kind of a do it now or else kind of a situation.
This is big. This is a huge drive for them. Lloyd to throw. It's a quick pass. Mason Ross makes the catch and fights forward for a solid pickup. Mark him at about the 43-yard line. Sorry about that. So second and about 4, or second and 3? Second and 3 to go. Lloyd to throw again. It's another quick pass, and Braden Gentry makes the catch right at the marker. He should have it, and he does. First down, Mounties. That'll move the chains. That's a big first down right there. Try to get the ball rolling a bit. They're at their own 47-yard line. Steadily moving it. The give is to Zamaron, and he gets across the 50. Solid pickup, about 4 yards. Second down and 6 from the 49-yard line of Parkview. Lloyd to throw. Rolling to his right. Fires through the hands of Braden Gentry. Big third down. 3rd and 6. They need to play right now. Hunter Lloyd needs to make it happen. Here comes pressure. Lloyd throwing, and it's caught. Watson inside the 20. He might go. down at the 10-yard line. That's going to be 1st and goal for the Mounties. How big was that right there? Wow. Matthew Watson has probably been the MVP of the receiving corps today.
You know, we hear a lot about what a great job Hunter Lloyd does, and he does do a great job. But I'll tell you that Watson has really delivered today. He had a couple plays earlier today whenever they were really hard to go. They're going to call that back with a holding.
Oh, no. Watson's shaking up a bit, too, but let's see what this...
It looks to me like I thought I should probably call a holding there.
Maybe they called... Well, it's still a 1st down, so it looks like they called something like blocking the back because they're spotting it. They're spotting the ball.
If the Mounties lose this game tonight, it's going to be because of penalties, because they've made some good plays, but they've shot themselves in the foot when they didn't need to. You can't call back a play like that against a tough team like this. And
that ball was almost picked off, too. And now we got Will Sims.
I mean, you've got a really good defensive secondary back there, and you hate to give those guys another chance to pick one after you just threw a strike down to the 10-yard line.
That was such a big play, and now it almost means nothing. As it's 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line. They still did get the 1st down and gained good yardage. There's still an opportunity.
Yeah, they're still in it, but you can't help but feel that sinking feeling of letting that one slip away.
Jace Bray has entered the game for Will Sims, who seemed to be a little shaken up. Lloyd rolling out right, fires, and it is caught. That's Braden Gentry across
Gentry's
the 25-yard
not going to – he's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down.
He's going to be about a yard or 2 shy.
But that's – you're in Zamaron territory there. You get that close.
It's 3rd down and 1. 3rd and less than 1. It's Zamaron. Stuff. Did he get it? He did not get it. He's going to be about a yard shy. It's going to be 4th and short right now with 5.5 to go in the game.
Yeah, with 5 minutes and 28 seconds left, I mean, the Mounties just pretty much have to go for it here.
Yeah, there's no choice.
And what do you do here? You've got a really tough defensive line. If they know you're running it, it makes that 1 yard hard to get. But
I know. Do you try to go risky and maybe play?
I think you almost have to just trust Zamiron or Hunter Lloyd, and Hunter Lloyd's going to push his way up under there.
He's got it. 1st down. The spot looks good.
Well, Hunter Lloyd, he's very tall and kind of lanky looking, but he's really strong, and he pushes his way up well under that on that quarterback sneak. And the good thing about that play is it doesn't give the defense as much time to react as if you go with the running back.
Right. That's just an easy play to get a short yardage situation.
What are they doing here? Are they going to call a timeout, or have we?
Matthew Watson's back in the game. Well.
Yeah, they are. Okay, I was right. They are going to call a timeout there, and we want to take a minute to shout out to our live stream team. They've done a great job tonight.
They have done a great job.
We got a shot of the fans up there, and I'll tell you what, I think a lot of these fans came out here tonight thinking it was going to be a tough road to hoe for these Mounties, and the Mounties have played a really good ball game, with the exception of a few penalties. And to be honest, it's not that the Mounties have played a bad ball game; they're playing a really good Parkview team. I mean, this is not.
It's been a very even game so far.
The Mounties came out early and did well and established themselves, kind of took the momentum away from the visitors and made it hard for them to win. All right, guys.
Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 23. Lloyd to throw, and he completes it to Will Sims, who's out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. A lot of quick throws on this possession. It's been working. Second down and 4. Lloyd going to the end zone. Caught. Or is it? They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. Will Sims down at the 1. How big is that? 1st and goal from the 1. And they sneak it. Where's the no signal? No signal.
That one's not going to quite make it there, Alex. I mean, when it's 1st and goal from the 1-inch line, I think you almost want to, like, take your time.
I know. You do.
With 4 minutes and 20 seconds left, you don't really want this Parkview team to have a whole lot of time to think about it. And, you know, you can't help think, Alex, if what was Parkview thinking not going for 2?
Yeah.
I mean, they're tough. They're tough to stop that close.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense. There's not much difference in being up by. And A's in this time, no doubt about it. Touchdown, Mounties. They've reclaimed the lead. Well, not yet.
We talked earlier.
Still have to make the extra point.
We talked earlier about the strength of Hunter Lloyd. I mean, he's able just to. This is why the coach has those boys in the weight room.
Right.
Working those feet, legs.
Just pushing right through.
Sorry, Phil Cam, I was on you. I forgot to tell you when you started that little whirlwind deal. All right.
Extra point for the lead. He drilled it. He drilled it.
This is so big.
That's Johnny Vasquez, the kicker, by the way. He drills the extra point to give the Mounties back the lead.
All right, Aaron, I'm going to you, big boy. Stay right where you are.
3 minutes, 49 seconds to go in the game.
I'm going to stay on the field. Sorry, I like that field shot.
Well, here we go. Parkview is not out of it.
You might as well stay. Where are you at? Oh, no. Never be at the 0 unless they are. Move up to 25. I was on you. All right. I'm going to switch.
Booch kick and fair caught at the 37-yard line for, 33-yard line. Well, big drive here for Parkview. If they can get it back down in the end zone. I formation on 1st down and 10. It's the give, which has been working all game long, especially in the second half. That's a gain of about 5 yards of the 40-yard line. Gary Allman, the ball carrier. Charlie Larie's able to get off the field just in time for Allman to pick up about 3 more. About a yard shy of the first down, though. 3rd down and 1 coming up.
These Mounties need about 1 stop and 1 first down. This is going to be a big 3rd down here play for the Mounties.
And they're not going to get it. Or did they? 4-0.
Yeah, they're going to get
progress.
it. It's hard to tell, but it looks like he got forward progress.
Forward progress will move the chains. Yeah, they're moving the chains. First down at the 45-yard line. We got some, not quite sure what's going on the field. Nonetheless. It's first down and 10. Here's the toss sweep. Allman met, but he's going to fight forward for about 9 yards. He was met, but he shoved forward for about 4 extra yards there. Second and 3. They need the 45-yard line of Rogers. Here's Allman. That'll be a loss on the play. Maybe got back.
Really a huge play right there, Alex.
It's going to be 3rd and 3. They play action, wide open, dropped. He had so much room. If that's a catch, that's about 20 yards. Thomas McCauley dropped the football. It was a little high. It's going to bring up 4th down and 4. They ran play action fake. Threw it into the flats.
This is the play of the game, Alex.
You're right. Less than 2 minutes to go. This might be the ball game. Rogers will take another timeout. I believe Parkview has all 3 of their timeouts. So it's not quite over if the Mounties get a stop. So this might be the biggest play of the game. 4th down and 4 to go on the 49-yard line.
This is one of the best Mountie ball games I've seen in a long time. I mean, they were expected not to win this ball game by the experts, and they came out, played great from the beginning. Have made some mistakes, but they've hung in there, and now we got Mountie fans cheering them on.
And it's
We're going to go back down on the field.
4th down and 4 in the eye. Toss pitch. Allman not going to get it. He's going to be about 2 yards shy. Coach Cooper out on the field. He's hyped. There's still 1:45 to go. Mounties need to be conservative here. Just run the clock out the best they can, possibly. Try to walk away with a 1-point victory. It's not over yet, though. And I believe Parkview. The give, Zamaron maybe a yard. He did get a yard to the 50-yard line. Well, Parkview uses their first timeout of the half. I expect them to use all 3 timeouts here. First down, second down and 9. Lloyd in the shotgun. He'll keep it, and he'll lose a yard. I think that they have most of their timeouts left. Right now, yeah, they're going to use another timeout here with 1:36 to go in the game. What a game this has been, man. This has been such a good game. 28-27 for the Mounties.
You know, when the Mounties circle the wagons, declare victory, but this game,
they stop them here. They'll get the ball back with about a minute to go in the game.
And this Parkview team has got the horses to run. I mean, they have to try to score here.
We'll see what they do here on third down, see if they keep it conservative. They are.
That's their strong suit.
It looks like it's going to.
Look at him. He's got a wide open man. Oh, and he held him.
No, and there's
held
the flag.
him. Number 9 was grabbing that hand. Yes, he did. He was holding him.
That might be the game right there. That might be the game. There's no. They have no timeout, or they have one timeout, I believe. Oh my goodness. Was that ball catchable?
His arm.
Well. Nonetheless,
they may not. They going to review the call here?
I don't think they have review in high school.
Well, I'm sorry. I've let too long go here, Alex, to run the playback on that. But
it's fine.
It looked to me like it was, and you know that really wasn't too bad of a holding call because that kept them from scoring.
Well, it looks like this is like a victory formation. Hunter Lloyd's going to take a knee. I think Parkview's going to use their last timeout. Well, you predicted it. Penalties came down to bite.
Well, and it looked like the Mounties were going to get beat from penalties, but penalties turned out to be their friend at the end.
It sure did.
And, you know, the Mounties proved tonight they could do 2 things they weren't able to do against probably almost as that Joe T. Robinson team was about as good as this team. They were able to come out and score, and they were able to make the tough stops.
They were. And a great performance out of Hunter Lloyd, as we're probably going to get one more play before this game is over.
Those Mountie fans are doing a good job up there in the stands.
Yeah, there's a 6 second difference between the game clock and the play clock.
And we're going to stay on tonight a little bit after the play is over because our field crew Joe and Drew are going to go down and talk to Coach Lloyd. They're going to try to talk to Coach Lloyd. And
there it is. Ball game.
I'm going to go off. This has got to be one of the biggest wins since Coach Lloyd got here. There's no doubt about that.
Big win. The Mounties will improve to 1-1. And that'll do it. 28-27, a 1-point win.
You know, we want to change the culture here, and I think you saw that tonight. Everybody in the state picks us get beat. This team is one of the people that are going to contend for a 5A state championship. Everybody picked us to get beat. Our kids responded. We won the game in the fourth quarter the way you're supposed to.
How are you guys going to improve for the next game?
We're going to enjoy this one tonight before we think about the next game. You kind of got to enjoy the process a little bit, and that's what we're going to do. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Sorry about that. We had the audio turned off. We had to turn down for Coach Lloyd's interview, and we want to say great interview by Coach Lloyd, and we want to thank our field team down there, Drew and Joe, for getting the interview. And I want to thank Alex Kern tonight for doing a good job up here in the booth, and good job up on the field deck with Leo and Aaron, and we appreciate the whole team. And anything else you want to say tonight?
This is a great game. Really fun announcing this one with you, Mr. Davis.
Well, it was a lot of fun tonight hearing from Alex McClung, that great 83 team, I'm sorry, 13 team. But I'll tell you, this team here has a chance to be every bit as good.
They do.
And we'll see you next Friday night, and it's a great day to be a Mountie.